Hello my beautiful beading friends, how are you? I do hope you're well. I'm actually making a pendant for myself today and I thought I would just bring you along. I've got these lovely 10mm rondelle beads made of glass, and these are a sea green colour. I've got some 4mm silver plated ball beads. I've got a 9mm jump ring, sterling silver necklace. I have made one of these tutorials before. I made some earrings, I'll link it above for you, and those were using smaller beads. They were 6mm rondelle beads in the same colour. But I now want a pendant for myself. I do have a website, lowcostcraftsupplies.co.uk, where you'll find ready-made jewellery, craft and jewellery supplies. Lots of the supplies that I use in my tutorials are available to buy. I do currently have a 10% discount offer on the website, so please do go and check it out. Thank you so much to everyone that has placed orders with me. I really do appreciate your orders. And for those of you that just watched my tutorials, thank you so much. It means the world to me. So I'm using a 0.3mm clear thread. So obviously it's not elasticated. And I've got an ordinary needle, nothing special. You would use this for sewing. If I was using much smaller beads, then I would go for something like a 10, but because it's 0.3 as well, that won't go through the size 10, the eye of the size 10 needle. I've gone ahead and I've measured 30 inches. I know it seems an awful lot, but I am forever the lose in the end. I prefer to have a lot more to work with. So I've put a beading clip or a stationery clip on the end, and I'm going to show you what I do. So we start off with a silver bead, green bead, silver bead, a green bead, and we get another silver bead and a green bead, and we do that again. I haven't put any lights on, so I do hope you can see. Okay, so this is what we have. We've got 6 green beads and 6 silver beads. Now we need to have, right, just going to take that off. We need to have a tail on the end. I'm just going to take my needle off, and what I want to do, here's my tail. We need to have a little bit of a tail, and then we are just going to do a simple hand over knot and pull. So that brings that together. I'm going to do another one, but I'm going to do a surgeon's knot, and all that means is instead of going through once, I go through twice. I'll put a small image above for you so you can follow along, and then pull that together. And then I always do one the other way. I always do one the other way for luck, and pull. So that is what we've got. There's our tail. Thread the needle again. Do not cut the tail off, we do need it. Then we're going to take a green, silver bead, green bead, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go through the silver bead there. That's the design we've got. We do the same again, green bead, silver bead, green bead, and then we're going to go into that bead to the left, same again. This is such an easy beading project to do, and you can use this to make a lovely bracelets as well by doing much smaller ones. So there we have another green bead, silver bead, green bead. I'm going to go in here to the left and pull through. Again, green bead, silver, green, thread it on, and then we're going to go into this one here, the silver bead, right, where's that tail? Again, and if you want to carry on, I'm just doing the go round once, but you can carry on. If you've got much smaller beads, you can carry on. You can really create your masterpiece. Back into that one. Then green, silver, green, we're going to go into this one, so that brings those together. Remember, that's our tail. Let me just, here we are back together. So there's our tail here, and we've made it back to here. Can you hear? I think that's the first time I've done a video while that's playing. On the 3rd of every month for 3 minutes, we have the what's called the 7-side siren, And that's because the area I live in, there's a very large industrial area, lots of chemicals, and if there was to be a fire or an explosion, that noise would sound. There, and that's it over with. So let's get back to where we were. Now, where were we? So I've gone all the way around, I've gone back here where I started with my tail there. Okay, so let's unthread. Let's cut some of this. That's the all clear. Letting you know it's safe to go out if there was an explosion. I assume we haven't had one. Not that I know of. Oh, come on. Well, you didn't think you were going to get that today, did you? I didn't. I honestly forgot it was the 3rd of the month. All I'm going to do now is tie a single knot. Then we're going to do a surgeon's knot. One for luck. Bit fiddly, one for luck. Okay, I'll just chop that off. There's then you can see the knot there. I'm going to take a large jump ring. My pliers, there's one, there's another one. Right, these are very strong. They're 1.3 millimeters thickness. Ooh. So we open that one. I'm going to actually thread it here. I'm going to thread it through there. Take my chain and thread that through. And then close. You may think, oh, it's a bit floppy, you know. If you wanted to, you can go around. You can go around again, by all means, no problem at all. But once it's actually hanging on your neck, like I'm just gonna put this on my neck and then I'll show you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more jewellery tutorials. Take care and happy crafting!